freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
Yeah, the Institute and their sins.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor? Hancock!
Of the people, for the people.
Heard what you did. Save that rest equipment for the super mutants. Yes, not everyone appreciates the Bard. Am I right?
I wonder if the Brotherhood took care of those super mutants that were in this building over here. Guess not.
Someone there.
Did I awaken the beast? Yes, I did. Sons of bitches. Keep your filthy cigarette. Oh. I did not mean to do that. I threw one of our signal grenades. Huh. No wonder nothing exploded. That's... that... yeah. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I wonder if a vertibird will land. Probably not. I think it's glitched out. Because I kind of threw it inside a bus. Shit. Legendary slow time. Oh, the Freedom Trail. This is what we're meant to follow. Got it. So yeah, the legendary slow time was the legendary perk of this gun. It slows down time when we aim it, and we've also got the recon scope. So I wonder if that will be useful later on. What's this place? Franklin? Is this where Ben Franklin is buried? It's quite possible, isn't it? Black rim glasses. I have to try them in a minute. And he was a gunner. Good to know that there's gunners around here. We are not fans of the gunners.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail. And learn the history of Boston Common.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Let us go back hundreds of years. It is the year 1775. For 7 years, thousands of British soldiers have camped on this very soil in their orderly rows of tents, led by General Thomas Gage. They seek to quell the growing tide of revolution the night of April 17.
The officers are assembled, General Gage.
4 days prior, I received word from the Earl of Dartmouth. We have our orders. Lieutenant Colonel Smith, gather 21 companies of our best men and carry them with the utmost expedition and secrecy to Concord. Once there, you will seize and destroy all artillery, ammunition, provisions, tents, small arms, and all military stores.
But what of the colonists, General?
Take care that the soldiers do not plunder the inhabitants or hurt private property. But we can and must defang them.
So, near midnight, Colonel Smith marched with 700 redcoats to face brave American patriots in the Battle of Lexington and Concord, and thus the Revolutionary War began. Continue on the trail to walk through more of our great city's history. Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail.
You're a tour guide?
Error. Response not recognized.
So you're not much help. Okay.
7 and A. Some sort of code?
So this is the path to the railroad, where we will meet shortly. If you don't know, this is a real thing in Boston. The this Freedom Path, whatever they call it, and it's kind of like a tourist trap type thing. So you follow this red line along the ground, and it takes you, it's like a walking tour of historic sites in Boston. And up here, see the line takes us up to this place. An ominous boom. This is the State House, which we shan't go into right now, perhaps another time. Alright, historic place, obviously. And outside of it is a little plaque.
4L.
A code. So we follow the red line down. And it takes us back around to the cemetery where we were at. Oh.
2A.
Okay. Now it goes this way. But where does it go after this? And that was the mass fusion building, so it can't be there. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Is it going to Good Neighbor?
Now a 6 and an O.
Guess it's going up here. Yikes. An alpha. Aha, another clue. Outside a bookstore. Shit. Well, I guess it's better than nothing, but it is a raider leg. Low stats on that. Probably not worth it.
3I.
You gotta be a raider. Interesting that the recon scope didn't tag him. Interesting history. I apologize if I've missed some plaques along the way. I didn't realize they were there. I heard a super mutant. Whoa, Jesus. Okay. This guy's gonna take some finesse. Ah, Christ. Okay. This guy, the reason he's beeping is because in his hand he has a mini nuke. Which is why you want to shoot them in the arm. Because if that guy comes towards you, he will, as his name suggests, commit suicide. Come on up, you son of a bitch. Oh shit. get to the... okay. One of the most famous places in Boston, I've heard. Of course, as of 2020, I think it's just a big shopping mall, but sadly I have not been to Boston. Cannot confirm. Now that was... there's the marker.
5R.
I'm sure we'll return to Faneuil Hall at some point, but for now we need to keep following the trail. Oh, what? That wasn't someone shooting at me. Okay, I've lost the trail again. Went up there. Oh! That was a mini nuke. Alarmingly close to me. Okay, let's just try and follow the trail. Someone's running around here. Oh, wow. Okay, focus.
The trail ends right at the church.
And there's the Lantern of Freedom. The weather is not good out here. It's raining nukes. Probably best for me to go inside. Now, one thing you want to think about whenever you're sneaking with a silent pistol, never trust a dead ghoul. Is it dead? That one was dead. Guess I didn't have enough sneak to get past this guy. Quite often you can get them before they wake up. I must say I am loving this legendary slow time. Peter S. Medard, George Clark, 1808. I hope that's not you walking around over here, George. Oh shit. Ow. I hope you had something good. VATS enhanced sledgehammer? Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, it's worth a shot. We could try it instead of our serrated officer sword, although that just seems significantly better. Yeah, no, not even a competition. And we have that, which I can't see the benefit of that at all. Oops. I wanted to eat something real quick. You really did? See? He's not dead. So, full disclosure time. Honestly, the first time I played this game, I came to the Old North Church by accident, and I saw this thing, and I was like, I've heard of the faction called the Railroad. This is clearly a code where you have to spell out Railroad. Yeah, so this is actually the first time I've ever done the Freedom Trail. So let's see if I can get it to work. Cool, but ridiculously elaborate. Now, let me take advantage of this dark corner over here, too. You guessed it. You know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna charisma up. Got some black rim glasses this time. Let's see if they look any better. Oh yeah. Yeah, I look like a little less of a fucking asshole, don't I?
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
In a world full of suspicion, treachery, and hunters, we're the synth's only friends. We're the Railroad. So answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the Railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I'm not gonna even try that one.
I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
We'll find out, one way or another. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the Railroad. And you are? Deacon, where have you been?
You're having a party. What gives with my invitation?
I need intel. Who is this?
Wow. Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal out there.
Do we know each other?
I didn't need to meet you to hear about you. You have made waves. The Brotherhood of Steel let you into their ranks. That's a hell of a thing there. And, as if that wasn't enough, the Railroad owes you a crate, hell, a truckload of Nuka-Cola for what you did to Kellogg. He was our public enemy #1.
So you're vouching for him?
Yes, trust me. He's someone we want on our side.
That changes things. So, stranger, why did you want to meet with us anyway?
My son, Sean, was kidnapped. I'm looking for help to find him.
Someone stole your boy? That's terrible. Do you know who did it? For your sake, I hope the Institute isn't involved.
Kellogg kidnapped him.
Well, you got your revenge. But that doesn't bring your son back. I'll have Deacon look into this. If anyone can find a lead on your boy, he can. If we're going to be dealing with you, I need to make sure we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah, I know all about them.
Good. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
Why does the Institute treat them that way?
They're playing God, tinkering with things they don't fully understand. From that lofty vantage, it's easy to deny their creation's very humanity.
Go on.
So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
Well, like the Brotherhood, that seems like a leading question, and I'm gonna take it where it leads.
Once, I pledged my life to protect my countrymen. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. We'll do what we can to look into your missing boy. What the Institute has done to your family and others is what drives us. Normally, you're exactly the type of person we try and recruit. But right now, we don't have the time to train up a new agent. There are, however, other valuable ways you can contribute. And in turn, we can help you. See Deacon for details. You're free to go.
Hey.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Your leader was just being cautious.
Exactly. Kind of killed our chance at a friendly first impression, though. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
In our little outfit, it's my job to know things. And with everything you've done, it's clear you're capable. A dangerous enemy. And I'm betting, a valuable ally.
But why the trust? You can't be taking it all on faith.
I don't know if we can trust you, but I hope we can. We just survived a hell of a crisis, so we may just be a teeny-weeny bit desperate for new members. If everything was sunshine and bottle caps, we'd probably play a longer getting-to-know-you game, but we don't have that luxury.
Really? Is that all?
You just don't give up. All right, I have a short list of people I think would be a good fit for our family. You piqued my interest, so maybe I asked around. Did my homework. If you hadn't found us, there's a chance I would have found you instead. Thanks for saving me the trip. So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The railroad needs you.
You sure you need me? Desdemona didn't seem to care.
She's just thinking of the time and manpower it would take to train you. And if you were some hick from the burbs that didn't know your ass from a rocket launcher, she'd be right. But I'm betting someone like you just needs a few pointers. And a target.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad got your back.
What's the job?
So, up front, the only thing I'll say is that it's gonna be a wild and dangerous ride, but probably nothing new for someone like you.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there.
Desdemona.
Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you've come.
Deacon? Is that you?
Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off. Good, right? You're lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps, too.
You can change your face?
I put myself under the knife every year or two. New face, new body, you know, the full makeover. It keeps our enemies guessing.
I almost didn't recognize you.
That's the point. So, about the job. The railroad's only recently been using the Old North Church. Our old base was underneath the Slocum's Joe. We had a pretty sweet setup until the Institute found us.
Your base was under a donut shop?
It's a lot better than it sounds. Well, it was, until it was blown to hell.
What can you tell me about the Gen 1s and 2s?
The synths didn't start off as nigh-perfect copies of human beings. The Institute had to work up to that level of hubris. Gen 1s and 2s were stepping stones along the way. The Railroad's not fully united on how we feel about them.
What's there to be divided about?
Everyone wants to liberate the Gen 3s, the human-looking synths. Some of the synths in the Railroad, like Glory, think we should help earlier models too. But Gen 1s are basically the same as, well, a Protectron, so the line gets muddy. Do we defend AI rights? Terminals? Hell, turrets? Anytime it gets brought up, fireworks. All the old arguments flare up. The upshot is Glory and some others won't run missions like this.
I'm risking my neck here. I want to know what I'm risking it for.
So I'll be straight with you, although you're not gonna like it. I have no idea what the prototype does. Us railroad agents are treated like mushrooms, kept in the dark and fed... well, you get the idea. It's gotta be important, though. Dez wouldn't risk our hides lightly.
Let's find a prototype then.
Together with you, I like our odds.
Hostile sensor meeting.
Joe has a massive tunnel complex. place that never officially existed. It's called the Switchboard. Prototype is locked up in the heart of the facility. So Tommy must be there. Tommy would want you to have his hand cannon. Don't let it size for you. Nice. You still there?
I appreciate it.
May it serve you as well, heck, better than it did Tommy.
Come here again. if you
Appreciating
need
the
to meet
moment
us.
really is a
We'll
lost
know you're
art.
coming.
We made a good team.
The best. See you soon. And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true. And then some.
A full 100? I can't even imagine.
See? Just like I said, boss.
I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you cleared out the entire switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign him up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Call me Professor.
You certainly demonstrated your intelligence. Professor it is. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang. The location of our HQ is one of our most tightly guarded secrets, so be careful coming in or out. You never can tell when you're being watched. This is it. It may lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe, and we've taken precautions not to be surprised again. Things are chaotic, so there's plenty for you to do.
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this, but that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. Would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth, H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves. The paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
He may have a good reason to be paranoid.
Perhaps he does. And maybe he did the other dozen times he's made our agents jump through these unnecessary hoops. The dead drop is a mailbox with a rail sign on it. It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
Glad you signed on.
So did she make it to the border?
Still waiting to hear from her.
I heard the runners hit resistance near Concord.
I'd say that's a start. Could be weeks before we get a debrief.
Just want to know if it was worth it.
I want to flush your system with Radaway before your hair falls out.
Everyone. Oh, you've been hitting the chems way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
Deacon's record is the best.
I suppose you're here for my medical services. Let's see what's wrong with you today.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scab.
Solving for theta n when I approaches probability bounds.
Pam.
Processing. Agent. Professor. Your arrival was not calculated.
Well, I'm here.
Preliminary adjustments to statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will most likely be Pam. Predictive Analytic Machine.
Hi, Pam.
Introductory token recognized. Hello. I provide first-order approximations of the behaviors of all residents of the region, designated Commonwealth. Rephrasing. I predict the future.
That's hard to believe.
Your skepticism is valid. Caution. Biological life forms behave erratically, unpredictably. All output subject to an extremely high margin of error.
Just how inaccurate are you?
The smaller the group, and the greater the time frame, the less accurate I become. But all predictions are affected by the human element. Operation complete. You are a rogue variable. No current or previous models predict your presence or existence. Query. What is your point of origin?
I'm from Vault 111, if that's what you mean.
Accessing. Vault 111. Cryo Vault. Believed destroyed. Conversation terminated. Pending construction of new probability matrix. Rephrasing. Goodbye.
Pam.
All processes are busy.
Pam.
Commencing recurrence analysis using de Brovian method. Analyzing.
Welcome to the family.
So the railroad turned out to be disappointing. They don't know anything else, really, about the Institute. They have no better leads to go on other than to go into the glowing sea. So they're not really that useful. I think that this is the point where the narrative pauses for the first time in the game, because we've been asked to go to the glowing sea, which is the most dangerous place in the wasteland, with enough radiation to kill a man in seconds, and who knows what other horrors lurk there. We also definitively know where Sean is, and we know that he's grown up a little bit. So he's actually kind of okay. He's not going anywhere. We know where he is. So this is what I consider the mid-game, and this is where you should go around and explore and get materials and get new weapons and level up and get new skills. And I tried to do this, but honestly I have played this game far too many times. I want to focus on just the story run. So this is the end of the road for now. We have two options.